What's cracking, everybody? New video. Welcome back to the channel. Today I had to stay home. I went all the way to the shop, man. And like I told you guys last night, I'm sick. And I thought it was a sinus infection. Might be a cold now, but this morning I thought I actually went and got tested for COVID. I was tired. Anyways, you guys see the thumbnail, you see the title. You know, I don't talk about other YouTubes. I try not to. I try to make it a point to respect what everybody's doing. Gunner put out a video today regarding an individual by the name of Sundance. I don't know Sundance, right? Never met him. But I felt this was a video that was a long time coming. I think it's really important, man, that with everything going on behind the walls, with the end of hostility and, you know, people programming and, you know, people having an opportunity to come home, you know, I didn't see the point of Sundance's stories. That was the first thing, right? I saw no point. But secondly, and more apparently, there were a lot of fabrications that were completely obvious to anyone who has ever done time, right? And I'll give you an example. Okay, so we already know about the story he told about a hot case. You know, there's no statute of limitations on cases like that. The type of detail that he gave, had it been true, he would have been scooped up already. Period. You know, there's no way you give that much information on a hot one and you're that confident that you're not going to get arrested unless you're fabricating it and it's for entertainment purposes only. Then he should have said that. He should have been honest. But secondly, you know, there was a story where he mentioned being in a prison with a certain individual from Fresno, right? And that the next day or whenever it was, you know, that individual was no longer there. He transferred or whatever happened. And that man from Fresno's adversaries, who were what I call legends, and some people will take offense to it, but it is what it is. They earned whatever they earned, whatever title. And this is just me speaking. But those legends from another faction pushed up on Sundance and they were like, hey, where's that guy at? And the way he, in the video, said that he spoke to those men, I mean, anybody knows. It doesn't matter what side you're from, what part of wherever you're from, you will not speak to those men in that manner, because whatever they had for your friend, they're going to give to you. We know that. So there was a lot of things that, you know, maybe the people that are around him in his life now, they're gullible and they're impressed by those things. Nothing about prison is impressive. You know, I can't stress that enough. But I always, when I'm listening to stories about prison and I'm hearing one person try to make one side greater than the other, I wonder what is the motivation behind it? What is that man's end game? You know, that stuff, you know, we're on the streets. Let those things behind the wall, especially those things that are that serious, let them stay there. Trying to rewrite history at this stage in the game is pretty futile. Said that word wrong. People have moved on. Most of the people that were involved in those eras are no longer with us. you know, and I shouldn't even say with us, no longer behind those walls, no longer living, they've passed on. And I'm glad that Gunner went back and looked at the videos and felt like, you know what, I have to comment on it. And like he said, I'm not trying to slander anyone, but you know, someone decided to go on YouTube and slander a lot of people and rewrite history, or attempt to, but you can't change what's written in stone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. And you can't come on YouTube and tell a story of killing somebody and backing a car into a hotel door. Like, there was so many details that are too easy for cops to be like, that's what we needed right there. And again, for somebody to feel that confident and comfortable on talking about a hot one, it's just obviously it didn't happen. You know, everything was so detailed and perfect to where, you know, it was a righteous story, man. There was a hero and there was a villain, and you know, it had all the parts, man, all the parts necessary for an untrained ear. And again, had you been trying to tell a story for entertainment purposes, then you shouldn't be mentioning the names of these organizations, you know. And I'm just speaking in general. I'm not trying to tell anybody what to do and how to, you know, hey, YouTube is what it is, man. Get on and make your content, do whatever you want. But that's something that I feel like was over the top, way too extra. And this is where it gets tough for people that have been stuck in the prison genre, you know, prison channel genre. It's stories like that that draw a lot of attention to other channels that don't do that. Like, I've never spoken the name of the organizations that are behind those walls. I try to never even speak or mention the name of the disruptive groups. I feel like if you know what is what and who is who, and then, you know, unfortunately, you have what I mentioned the other day. You have some expensive knowledge. You have gone through some shit in your life to know what you know. And anybody who has been behind those walls, you know this. Whatever you were able to learn, you were able to learn, and that's your business. It's not for you to speak on in other conversations with people that have nothing to do with them. And unfortunately, there has been times where that's happened here, you know, and I'm sticking to the Sundance thing. You know, I don't want no other channels. Oh, is he shooting at me? I don't shoot at channels. And you guys already know that. You other YouTubers, you know, I would talk to you behind the scenes before I get on here and talk about you. You know what I mean? That's how I get down. Not that I'm a tough guy, but I don't like drama. But on this one, I felt, you know, when I saw the video originally, I couldn't even watch the whole thing. You know, I think eventually I did in bits and pieces, because it was hard for me to sit through the whole thing in one shot, and just, it was just so blatant, you know. And again, my thinking was, what's the purpose of this story? What are people supposed to take away from this? I don't think anything positive. I don't think anything motivational. And, you know, maybe that could have been in a book, and that would have benefited that man a whole lot more. And he could have said this book is for entertainment purposes, or based upon a true story, or based on true events. Then you can say whatever you want. That's what Hollywood does. They will have, you know, a guy got his hand chopped off in this house, and then they can turn it into his hand got chopped off and he never found it, and the hand was haunting people. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the fact that his hand really got chopped off, you can make a whole new movie and say it's based on true events. And so, you know, let's not be so frivolous and get into this whole based on true event stuff out here, man. You know, that could be bad for a lot of people, you know. And I for one, don't want to get caught up in that stuff, you know. I talk about what I'm comfortable talking about, and I try to be as respectful as possible when I do it, and I try to never speak on anyone else's business. I think that would be the best thing. Right now, you know, there's been stuff going on with the genre where a lot of the channels are experiencing some rough times, and I think it's because of the type of stories being put out, the beefing that was going on. It's a combination of a lot of things, but I'm hoping that everybody that does have a channel is going to persevere, is gonna go ahead and just keep grinding, try to get through it. I don't know how well received this video will be. It's not recorded in to disrespect anyone. It's just my 2 cents. You know, the video was out there. Me as a content creator, I look for content to speak on. This was one that caught my eye, and I'm glad it came out. I'm glad it happened, and hopefully there will be something positive that comes out of it. You know, rather than some drama, and you know, we don't need that. Nobody needs that. But with that said, thank you guys. Real quick before I go, those of you that have not already, please subscribe to my second channel, Dubess, Dubess. The channel is starting to grow. I just got over 3,000 subscribers on that channel. My last video on Joe Rogan and that guy Baney, a UFC trainer, I guess. That video did very well. I have another video coming out that, again, you know, hey, if it ain't broke, don't break it. I have another video coming out about Joe Rogan, and this time he's with Joey Diaz. Guys, go ahead and check it out. It's all right. But more than that, more importantly than that, everybody please stay safe, stay smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, right? I'm out.